Hello from Helmzoo. This is Mom.
And this is Morgan, and welcome to our commentary for Philmont.
So, quick facts. In 1922, Tulsa oil man Wade Phillips purchased what is now the Philmont Scout Ranch. In 1938, he donated a small portion to the Boy Scouts of America to make a high-adventure camp. Now it encompasses 220 square miles. Over 22,000 scouts and leaders are expected to go on 12-day treks every summer. Every day, 350 scouts and leaders arrive and leave. Philmont is still a working ranch with cattle, horses, burros, and buffalo.
Here's our trek in the northern country. The brown area is where Philmont got burned down and why we couldn't go in 2018. And this is our itinerary. It was a shooting trek. Little bit in detail of the map. It's 54 miles long. Describes how high we went on Baldy Mountain. And this is a close-up of where we're going to stop.
So this is our trek. Each of those numbers are the camps that we stayed at each night. So we kind of did a figure 8 across the northern country. It's the morning of our hike. About 5:15, out visiting my car. A lot of these little rabbits around the parking lot. So, jackrabbit maybe? Used to people. Oh.
Morning of our hike, flag ceremony. There you can see the sign of all the places to go because it was a very large base camp. Our trail-bound campsite where we slept, and us playing hacky sack because Connor, the one who just started kicking it there, decided to buy a hacky sack to keep us entertained for the whole trail. So this is how we spent the remainder of our day when we stopped at our campsite.
And this game will evolve, as you will see over the next few days of the trek, to something pretty complex.
Here we had an inspection with our ranger. They were checking to make sure we had all the appropriate gear and that we weren't carrying too much gear. And we can see Ed there as a perfect example of unnecessary gear, for he has an umbrella that goes in your head.
Is that an approved item?
Wait, if you want to do that, you can bring the umbrella sombrero. You're not going to be able to hike in it, so... Sure? Well, how are you going to fit your pack in the back? We'll see. I don't think it'll fit with your pack on.
Here we have Connor playing with his mallet. He was very good at spinning his mallet.
Do it across your waist.
It's one of his favorite things to do, spinning a mallet. There he goes, spinning his mallet. Yeah, yeah.
So after getting in and out of the car about 6 times, we finally have all the gear to begin our trek.
And here is Ranger Will explaining to us how to use a map. He told us how to use a map and compass in case we get lost, and further details about the trails. He told us of the longitude and latitude signs. Longitude and latitude signs basically told exactly where you are on the map because the map had little longitude and latitude numbers. Then we got on the Philmont bus, which brought us out to our beginning hike destination. And they told us about the rules and the guidelines to hiking and what to do and how to not get lost and how to not burn yourself on tailpipes and how to not burn yourself in general.
You locked the car, whoever was last one.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gifted animals, and welcome to your world-famous Philmont bus tour! So if you guys remember from what we talked about back at base camp right before we left.
So here you can see us crossing over a bridge that goes over a gate, and the rule was for crossing over any kind of bridge we had to undo our chest strap and hip straps just in case we fell off, and we also had to go one at a time. After we crossed the bridge we encountered this. It is a Red Roof Inn, or an outdoor potty. We had our Red Roof Inn training, taught us how to poop in the outdoors. So you can't pee in these poopers because they're only meant for poop, because pee has stuff that makes it smell bad. So basically we had to do a pre-poop pee. Here we have a T-Rex track. It is our first attraction, and it is the only T-Rex track in America. And it looks like that because it is actually upside down. We thought it was fake or just chiseled out, but nope, it's real. Here we are at Indian Ridings collecting water. We had to ask the camp staff if we could use the water because sometimes it's not like instantly potable. We have to treat it with little tablets that make the water taste like chlorine.
Very cool. You go up on the ridgeline and just watch the sunset view. So either one is definitely worth doing.
Here we have our water boys, Connor and Sean. They got us water because they had to walk all the way back to staff camp and then bring those heavy jugs back to our camping spot. Then use that water to fill up water bottles. Will taught us how to cook. What did we have? We had like pasta or something this day.
And he went over the rules of proper cleaning in the backcountry and storing our food, hanging bear bags.
And setting up that little dining fly tent you see behind us. Here is Josh and I returning from a poop. Here's what our campsite looked like. We had a shade tree that we stayed under, and we used that rock to take naps on because we were all super tired from our long day of hiking. During this trek, Mr. Gatsky decided that he would take up the arts of learning the ukulele. And here is the Indian Ridings. This is why the camp got its name. And here's my notes. It says here that these Indian writings describe the journey to find the Holy Grail. It told of how strong Indians were selected. What they had to do is they had to chase after their horse, and if they got the horse, then they get the ladies, and once they get the ladies, they get sacrificed. They did this because the person that was sacrificed turned out to be the Holy Grail. It's all a dramatic love story. And here is our camp on a hill. Such a lovely camp. Nice view of the cliff in the background. Adios.